Hello and welcome to this series of full moons. I decided to make a generic full moon for the earth and water and for the fire and air. So this one that we're doing right now is earth and water. It's Capricorn and Cancer. Now, what we have to look at when we're looking at earth and water is practicality, grounding, the earth, and the water is emotion. It's our emotions, our emotional memory, and mostly it is our intuition. So when we have a full moon, these two forces are opposing one another, and it's always a time of release. So now we want to release those parts that are, say, for example, too practical, that keep us away from listening to our intuition and our being in touch with our emotions. And the other side is being too emotional and not listening to the practicality. And this is how it has to get weighed. Now, obviously, there are two different types. This one being the Cancer Capricorn is Capricorn is very ambitious, it's career-oriented, it's going to go out there, it's going to succeed, it's going to climb that mountain no matter what. And the other side, the Cancer side, wants to be home, it wants to nurture, it wants to play with the emotions and listen to the intuition. And so when we have this kind of a full moon, we have to bring these two things into balance. So it is about tapping out the memory and emotions that no longer serve you, and also getting rid of that part that, always wants to come back to, well, it's not practical, it's not realistic, and this denies the intuition and that intuitive guidance and that wonderful emotional creative part. So this first one in the series is just about this. So let's start with the karate point, and let's start with the moon. Even though I have carried emotions that no longer serve me, I'm ready to release them now because I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I respond emotionally to old issues that no longer have a bearing in my life or serve any positive purpose, I'm choosing to release it now because I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though there's times when I absolutely have refused to listen to practicality and I've let my emotions and old memories totally take me off track, I'm going to release them now because I deeply and completely love and accept myself. There are times I have been way too emotional. There are times I've let those old memories get in the way. There are times I've had emotional reactions when I shouldn't have had them. They've really gotten in my way. I don't know what to do with them. But now I have the key. I'm going to release them on this full moon. I'm going to release all those thoughts, those beliefs, those emotions that have held me captive my whole life. I'm finally going to be free as I release them all now. And that is the truth. And now we're going to go to the other side, to the practical side. Even though there are times I have been way too practical and not listened to my intuition, I forgive myself because I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though there have been times I have been driven by ambition, I forgive myself because sometimes those times are necessary. But I didn't listen to my intuition. I didn't listen to my emotional guidance system. But I forgive myself now. There were also times when I totally ignored my wonderful wisdom and practicality. and gave too much attention to the other side. And I forgive myself because I know it has to be in balance. And now I'm going to release all those old inklings that made me way too practical, stopped me listening to my intuition, and didn't even let me believe in the miracles that I could create. I've been way too practical sometimes. Other times I've not been practical enough. I'm ready to release all of that now. I forgive myself. I'm now giving equal time to my intuition and my practicality. I can allow my Capricorn energy, the Capricorn energy of ambition, to move forward strongly, intelligently, practically, but guided by my inner wisdom and my intuition. I release everything that does not support this. I release all those old, impractical attitudes and beliefs that I thought were practical. I release them all now. Deep breath. Now that I have released the old memories that have kept me stuck in being either too emotional or not trusting my intuition enough, those old memories that have kept me away from listening to my wisdom, my practicality and intelligence, and given too much attention to the emotions. I welcome both sides of me now as I release any memory, any situation in this past life or any other lifetime that caused conflict between these two factors. I can be ambitious and successful and still be warm, nurturing, and intuitive. Those are my gifts, and I'm releasing everything that has ever stood in the way of that. I am releasing those old emotions. I'm releasing that too much practicality or not enough. I'm bringing everything into balance. I'm releasing every practical decision that is not based on wisdom and intuition. And I release all of those old emotions that no longer serve me. As I do this, I step into my power. As I release everything that has kept my power back, I welcome my intuition and my practical guidance. And that is the truth. Deep breath. Okay, you get it? And that's always going to be on a practical full moon. When we go into the Taurus Scorpio one, it's still going to be emotions, obviously, and it's still going to be the earth. But it's going to be a little bit different because the Capricorn is about the ambition and the drive to succeed. Taurus is about resources, and my resources versus your resources, and the emotion that I'll lose my resources if I give you your resources. So that they're different, and yet they're still dealing with emotion on very practical issues. So I will make a Taurus Scorpio 1 and all the rest of them, and you will have them to play with. Thank you. Bye.